Hello, students. Today we will take the second part of the story, The Hundred Dresses by Elbasor Esther, or also known as Elbinor Esther. We have read till now that Wanda Petronsky was teased by her classmates because of her funny Polish name. She was usually a quiet girl and wore the same faded blue dress but claimed that she had 100 dresses in her closet. When Wanda remained absent for a couple of days, Peggy and Maddie began to miss the fun they had by making fun of Wanda. Now, why did Wanda remain absent for a couple of days? Did she leave the school or did she come the next day? Let's find out from the chapter The 100 Dresses, Part 2. The class was busy admiring the beautiful drawings. A student brought a notice from the principal's office for Miss Mason. She herself read the notice several times and then announced that she had a letter from Wanda's father. She would like to read it to the class. All the students got ready to listen to it. Wanda's father wrote in the letter that both his children, Wanda and Jake, wouldn't be coming to school any longer. They had also informed the school that the whole Petronsky family was moving to the big city where nobody would make fun of their name. There was a deep silence after the reading of the letter. Miss Mason understood. She was unhappy and upset as she was disturbed by the ill treatment to Wanda by the students of her class. She said that it was something bad on their part to hurt anyone's feelings. She did not approve of the humiliation of a child just because of a strange name, dress, or house. What had happened was bad, and she asked them to think about that. Peggy felt guilty after listening to the note from Wanda's father. She was not able to concentrate on her studies. She wanted to meet Wanda personally to clarify her stand that she never meant to hurt her feelings. But on the other hand, Peggy was quite satisfied that she did not make fun of Wanda's name. She realized her mistake of thinking that Wanda was not bright enough to understand her insulting remarks. When the school was over, both Peggy and Maddie decided to go to Wanda's house at Boggins Height. As they were on the way, Peggy felt that she could confess to Wanda that she was wrong in being with the girls who made fun of her name. She even wanted to tell her that everyone appreciated her nice nature and she wanted to urge her not to leave the school because of her misbehavior. At last, Peggy and Maddie reached Wanda's house in the Heights. The house looked shabby but clean. It reminded Maddie of Wanda's faded blue dress. Peggy knocked on the door, but there was no response. The Petronsky had gone. Now, how could they ever make amends? They turned slowly and made their way back down the hill. On the way, Peggy told Maddie that the contest which was won by Wanda was all because they used to ask her about the dresses which gave her the idea to paint those beautiful dresses. Maddie turned this idea carefully over her head, for if there was anything in it, she would not have to feel so badly. But that night she could not get to sleep. She thought about Wanda and her faded blue dress, and the little house that she had lived in. Last, she reached an important conclusion. She decided to say something if anyone made fun of the other before her. She could lose Peggy's friendship for that, but she would never make anybody unhappy. On Saturday, Maddie was with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Wanda. They meant it to be a letter of apology, but it turned out to be just a friendly letter in which they informed Wanda that she had won the contest and admired the beauty of her drawings. Then they mailed the letter to Boggins Heights. There came no reply from Wanda to that letter. Peggy had begun to forget it. Maddie tried to sleep, making speeches about Wanda. Now it was Christmas time. On the last day of the school, before the Christmas holidays, their teacher informed the class that she had received a letter from Wanda and felt glad that now she would be able to send Wanda her medal. She also wrote in the letter to Miss Masson to tell the girls that they could keep those 100 dresses. And she further writes that in her new house they had 100 new ones. She wanted Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimming, and Maddie could have the blue one. Peggy and Maddie carried the drawings back home carefully. Both the girls were thinking about Wanda, and Peggy concluded that Wanda really liked them and that she had received their letter. However, Maddie felt sorry that she would never be able to meet Wanda again. On reaching home, Maddie pinned the drawing in the bedroom. She looked at it and said nothing. She felt Wanda had been nice to her. She had tears in her eyes. She studied the drawing carefully and noticed that the face and the head of the drawing looked like her own head and mouth. Wanda had drawn it for her. She ran to Peggy's house excitedly and had a look at her drawing. It too had a face that resembled Peggy's. Both girls reached to the conclusion that Wanda really liked them. Maddie had tears in her eyes when she thought of Wanda looking at the laughing girls. There were 100 of them there.